from the Done Right TV studio. Getting down with motorsports and all things Americana. This is powered by Done Right TV.
Going live in 3, 2, 1.
Celebrating the embodiment and enhancing entrepreneurship. This is Mind Your Business. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Kelly Jeffries.
Welcome, everybody, to the podcast. I'm pretty excited tonight to introduce our special guest, Dan Crownhart from Cordova Speedway. Thanks for coming, Dan.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's going to be a fun night.
Yes. Did you have a busy day today?
We did. It was a very, very unique day out there today. We had a world record canoe run going down the track.
Oh, wow.
That's a canoe, not on wheels or anything like. I'm not sure I know the whole story of what happened. This man is fulfilling his dream of canoeing the Mississippi River, from north to south, the entire thing. And I don't know the whole story about the canoe, but it was just a pretty cool experience. And he stopped to get ice in Albany, I guess, yesterday. And the gas station attendant and the people that own the gas station were talking to him, I guess, about the local area, some things that that we have in the local area, and the drag strip got brought up. And so one thing led to another. Some local people from the whole Cordova, Albany area is just awesome people. And next thing you know, this couple takes their boat off the trailer, puts his canoe on the trailer, and they bring family and friends and just to see it. And he goes down the track. So we set a world record in a canoe. Wow. It was absolutely crazy.
Did they pull the trailer with
a pickup truck?
With a pickup truck.
Yeah, and the kids got to ride on it going down. I mean, it was the craziest thing you've ever seen. So
is this something new? You set any new?
I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine there's a legit record for a canoe on a drag strip, but we're gonna say it anyway.
But it's the first one for Cordova.
We're gonna say, and don't let the truth get away a good story. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're gonna go with that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna go with it.
Well, I think that's awesome that you took the time out of your day to make that guy's day special.
It's one of the coolest things about that facility is it's all about people doing stuff that they want to do, having a great time, sharing it. The place is, generation upon generation of family and friends that have built that place into what it is. Next year is the 70th year of the facility. And most businesses, let alone a drag strip, most businesses, let alone a farm, which is what that place is, don't last that long.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you how it's literally a special place.
It is. And I can attest to that. A few times that I went there to do my photography stuff for you, I've been to a lot of places, and that one really sticks out in my head, where how good it looks, how well it's kept up, painted. You built new bathrooms. Maybe you want to go talk about some of the improvements that you made. Well,
this is our 4th year of owning the facility, and I've been living in Sterling, so it's not crazy far, and I've been going there since I was a little kid. I mean, I remember going there honestly since my first memories of that place. Watching my dad race, the whole family did it, and, both my dad, my sister, my stepsister, now my daughter, my stepbrother did it as well. We all did it. It was a crazy thing. Got to hop in funny cars and see if we liked it.
Cool.
You know what I mean? But no, the facility, like I say, it's just an awesome place. But it's like a farm. It's, in my mind, it's never done. I mean, I love the place now. I love the vibe of that facility again, of people going there to have a good time. But it's, in my mind, it's like I look at it no different than anyone does anything else in their shop, their life. You might have the most beautiful $1 million house. But you look at it, it's like, wow, I really wish I had this. Wish I had this. It's just
kind of pick it apart.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And my wife calls, the place that's we built new bathrooms. Last year or the year before, and my wife calls it, it's her vacation home, because that's where the money went for the vacation home, is now in the bathroom. What I mean?
Absolutely.
But it's.
Well, I think it's so much more than a racetrack.
Oh, it absolutely is.
You just 100%. Walk around, you just see stuff that, the entertainment. the stage you have there, the bars you have there,
Yeah.
the food that you serve. You have all different kinds of vendors.
Well, this is going to sound
got something for everybody.
This is going to sound very sacrilegious as I'm holding this little doll of Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But it's like a church.
Yeah.
It's like a church. It's
Yeah.
like, you know,
It's like a giant family, man. I mean, it's
100%.
it's like a it's.
Yep.
I get it.
You know, and that's what's cool about it, because, man, there's so many things out there to do with your time and your money the way we live in right now. You know what I mean? And the sport we do, it's an expensive sport, and it's a very much time dedicated sport. Like any sport, if you want to be good at it, you really got to give it the time and effort that it needs. You know what I mean? And if it's not fun, man, this goes away fast.
And you got to have an extremely amount of passion for it. Or
Yeah.
you're just not gonna. You're just not gonna get.
It's
You're
a- you
just
can
not
walk
gonna
around
get the
and
job
tell
done.
that he has the passion for it just by looking at the
Well,
place.
everybody does. Everybody does there. You know, you don't get to the level of stuff we do by not being passionate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, and that's what's cool. And everyone shares the same passion. You know, so it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Nice. Yes.
Slide that mic over just a little bit more.
Sure.
To get there. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. I had to. I'm double teaming it here.
That's all
so
right.
I apologize. I had to
Speaking
step
of
away
the
for a
operation
minute.
right here.
Speaking
Well,
of passionate, that's what we're talking about.
You
See?
know,
Game
yeah,
on.
I know. I totally get it, man, and it's something that it's people that get it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like you're walking into a. It's like a. I don't know how to even explain it. There's
Yeah.
a word. You know, it's a family.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
it's an environment that everybody
And then
wants to
all
be
the
around.
employees, I talk to a lot of them, and they are passionate about what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and they're dedicated to that track. I can tell because they would tell me how many hours they work a day there, and they really don't complain.
Well, any
You know,
kind of
they're there.
racing, man. I mean, it's going to take up everybody your time and everybody your money, man.
Well, I
mean,
didn't. And to be honest, I've been doing it my whole life. Like I say, I've grown up around it.
Yeah.
Made my first laps. Went down to Florida for school and stuff for it. And literally, what happened is, I didn't realize how consuming a place like that is, and in good and bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely good and bad, and no different. And we ran shops my whole life, and it wasn't like that. But it's different because you can sit there at a place like this and literally realize how you're affecting other people's lives. And that is such a blessing, and such that you only get a chance to do that once in your life.
Right.
You know what I mean? If wow, this stuff we are doing is affecting other people directly.
it's their go-to place to forget about and to have fun and to enjoy
Yeah.
their family
Yeah.
and to get that experience.
It's like real
Yeah.
life politics. Everything stops at the gate. Man, don't bring that crap in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't got time.
Right.
We don't got to go and
This
deal
is
with
racing.
it. You be
Yeah.
you, I'll be me, and let's go have some fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
You know?
how many acres is Cordova?
It's 160.
And the
Yeah.
track in length is
Well, the track itself, it's a quarter-mile drag strip, and there's, I think the whole thing is like 3,500 feet, something like that with shutdown. It's a lot.
and I think every time I've been there, they run the 8th mile.
No, we do both.
Well, I mean, when I've been there, they do the 8th mile,
Yeah.
and they still.
So you still do run the quarter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
there's like the World Series or certain events. There's even our bracket weekends. There's certain classes that go quarter, certain classes go 8th, and even World Series, certain classes go 1,000 foot. It's like any form of drag race. They've all got the different specialties. Yeah, but yeah, it's still a quarter-mile track. Like Friday night test and tune, still a quarter mile.
But the big boys probably can't do a quarter because
do
they're just
1,000.
going so fast,
they do
right?
1,000.
I mean,
That's what I was getting at. Is
Well, like-
when I was there, that
Yeah.
that they were worried about slowing down in the 8th mile
Well, and
because they're doing 260.
Well, the
some
big
miles an hour.
boys, the big boys that we bring in for the World Series, you know, at the national events, you know, the record now is like 337 miles an hour in the 1,000 foot.
are you kidding
You know,
me?
yeah, 337. Where
God.
the reason they brought them down to 1,000 foot is because they were going 330 in the quarter mile. You know, so the whole thing. So now just technology, everything's gotten better, and you hear all these different things. Well, can the tires hold up? Can the
Where is that breaking point? I mean, that's
Well,
it's like launching out of a cannon, dude. I mean, isn't it? I don't know.
well, the breaking point, to be honest with you guys, is simply financial.
Right. It's all
You know,
about the money.
I mean, it's all
Yeah.
about that's the breaking point.
It's all about the money.
Yeah,
I totally get
it's
that.
how much cash can you throw at this piece? 'Cause
Right.
you got to remember, these guys are sitting their butt in a time bomb. I mean, it's a machine that was built to not do what it's supposed to do. You know,
And
what I mean?
them motors are what, 10,000 horsepower, some of them?
They're probably a little over that now.
Over that now?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's right in front of you.
Yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous. It literally makes no sense, and you're trying to explain it to
mind-blowing.
folks. Yeah, it's like, this is what we do. Wait, what? Why?
Yeah,
Why would you do that to yourself?
Right.
Well, it's like that post I made about the panty dropper. That's an old school cool car.
Yeah.
And the motor's right in front of you. The
Yeah.
drive shaft's going right between your legs.
Yeah,
right?
and you're sitting on the rear end. You're
Yeah.
literally straddling the rear end.
Yeah.
Like, what
It's
are you
like-
thinking?
Yeah, old school.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Tell you what, I'll go sell you a Honda Accord. Let's go have some fun. This will be a little safer in this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
insane, man.
Yeah.
When you really think about it.
Yeah. So don't think about it.
Yeah.
about
I
that?
mean, I know what
Just do it. Don't think about
I
it.
know.
Do it.
I mean, I know what a 700 horsepower car, a 700
Yeah.
or 1,000 horsepower. I don't know if
Yeah.
I've ever been in a 1,000 horsepower
Yeah.
car because that's, that's a tricked out Z06 or something.
My Mustang
But
was 650. That's the most I've
yeah,
ever been
and
in.
I've had cars
it
that are
was
700,
fast.
which that's
Yeah.
fast.
It's-
But
it's
10,000.
fun.
Yeah.
My God,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
when they go by
where are
you,
you going? Like,
they
it's
just
like-
stop your heart
Yeah.
when they go by you.
Yep.
And I'm there, 8 feet from when they go by me, right behind that little cement wall thing there.
Yeah.
And they go by, and the noise, the rumble, the earth tremors when they go by, just stops your heart. And
It is nuts. It's just it's an awesome place. I
It
mean,
is.
literally.
It is.
And once people, it sounds bad to say this way, but it's once you experience it, you're going to come back multiple times.
Oh, no
It's-
doubt.
it's yes.
I can prove that correct.
Yes, but you have to get them out there just to try it, see what it's like, and get them to taste it, if you will, and then it's like, oh my God, this is like a rock concert, on steroids.
Yes,
This is
it
the
is.
craziest thing I've ever seen. in
Yeah,
my
who
life.
doesn't like that when a car? I mean,
Yes.
because it's in your bones, man.
Yeah.
It's in your
And-
bones
and
as much
out-
as it is.
And out there, we're literally all about our best for entertainment. It's,
Absolutely.
It's hey, make this show be as exciting as it possibly can, and that's what we're trying to do, and because that's what we have to do. There's so many things out there that people can come to have a good time.
Yeah. So how long have you owned it?
This is my 4th year.
4th year.
Yeah, I tried to buy it
So-
in 2011 the first time. It just didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to ask the question that, like you can ask about NASCAR and about most racing and not even necessarily racing. I would say movie theater attendance is down. I would think, but have you seen an increase or a decrease in your attendance at the track?
we've seen an increase.
You've seen an increase.
Oh, yeah.
So that tells you you're doing something right.
Yeah, we've
because,
seen an increase.
I mean, less people are doing things today. Let's face
Oh
that.
well, it's harder when you go to Walmart. It's $600 now. It's
Right,
tough to do stuff.
right. And everybody's got entertainment right at their fingertips.
Yes.
I mean, they sit in their car, and if they don't like something, you just
Yes.
figure through. But that's interesting to know in 4 years that you're seeing an uptick. That's good. I
think
mean,
it's all the
NASCAR
passion
can't
he
say
has
that.
Put into that track
Well,
that
yeah.
drew him in.
That's of course.
Yeah, and it's also it's what would you want to see? It's
Mm-hmm.
as a consumer of this consumer of this event or consumer of anything. What do you want to see? What entertains you? What makes you want to come back and enjoy the show? So that's where you simply got to just. It's not rocket science. It's will my wife and kids have a great time? Because most of us gearheads, we're going no matter what. But
Right.
how do I get my wife and kids to go there and love it
Yeah,
and
get
have a
them-
great
their
time?
buy-in on it.
Yeah, then it's oh my gosh, cooking with gas.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's valid, man.
Yeah,
I remember last year when I was there on the World Series, it was very, very hot.
yeah.
And I was there at 8:30 when I met you.
Okay.
And I left about 10:30 at night. My legs, I was burned up, dried out. My legs and feet, whole body, back, and hurt everything. But I drove away with the biggest smile on my face when I went home
That's
that
cool.
night.
That's cool.
Because that experience I had of the World Series.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody about it all the time.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Yeah.
And then when I'm down there, I'm taking pictures. I'll look at your stands on both sides. They're wall to wall packed.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It really is.
That's
nuts.
great, man. That's great news.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we've got some questions.
Oh gosh.
So,
Can I call my
I
lawyer?
mean, I'd love to just sit here and shoot the shit,
Who
you
do I
know.
gotta call
but-
my tax guy, my lawyer? Which
No,
one?
neither one. They're not
these are
questions
fun
like that.
Okay.
But so we just try to have some sort of form to this. Not that we don't like just talking back and
No,
forth,
it's
but I don't
cool.
want to
Let's
get
do
too
it.
deep into it because you're telling some stories already, and I want to
Yeah.
get some more out.
Yeah.
Lay it on me.
So the first one that I've got here is you've been a racer, a business owner, and now a track owner. So how do you usually introduce yourself these days? Which one are you? You're all of it. I get it.
Yeah. All of the above and none of the above. To be honest with you. Yeah. I mean, I miss the racing days. I totally do. We actually worked on my car last night because we're doing an event this weekend coming up, and we're going to go start it and burn a car down to the ground. What we're going to do with a jet car, but no, I don't even know. To be honest with you, how I tell people most of the time, it's
I'm Dan.
everybody asks me like, so do you own the track? I said, no, ma'am, no, sir. I make payments to the bank. The bank
There
has the
you
racetrack.
go.
You know,
I like it.
you know, I said, but no, I don't. I guess the best way, honestly, is I get to be the caretaker of that place. You follow me? Is I am most proud that I get to be the caretaker of the history of that place. Like I say, it's the World Series is the oldest drag race in the history of the sport in Cordova, Illinois.
Yeah.
Older than the U.S. Nationals in Indy by 1 week. It was a year before COVID, but they did the race during COVID. We did not. So we're still older by 1 week.
Yeah.
It's the oldest drag race history of the sport.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Think about that. At small little Cordova, Illinois, and even the Quad Cities.
Yeah,
how-
it doesn't
that's something to
support
say.
it.
Yeah. No, it does.
I mean, it does, but I mean, you would think
yes, that
you would
be
think
it.
it would have to be by Chicago
California,
or Milwaukee.
Chicago, New
exactly.
York.
Yeah, 100%.
Nope, just Cordova, Illinois.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, so
That is
that's
crazy.
about how to answer that question. I would try to deflect it, if you will.
Right. Well, that's a good deflection, though, man. That's a good deflection.
I've already been warned. He's very humble, so we'll need to pull some stuff out of him.
Yeah,
That's all right.
Yeah,
That's all right.
My wife says I'm humble, right?
Oh.
I don't think so.
So, kind of with that, it's take us back to late 2021, which is apparently when you decided to take over. So,
Okay.
what happened? I mean,
Well,
what made you decide to step in and take on the legacy?
well, I say I tried to. My wife and I have been together for about 20 years.
Okay.
And I remember she first came to the racetrack, and I told her a long time ago, I said, I'm going to own this place one day. And she's like, whatever, you're on drugs. And I remember telling her that, I said, I'm going to own this place someday. So 2011, at the owner then, we sat down, his wife, my wife, and the four of us went to dinner and had a deal worked out and had it all locked in. And luckily it didn't work out, to be honest with you, because I probably wasn't ready for it then. Because again, this place is a lot. So I fast forward, it was bought by a couple different private owned groups. One went bankrupt. It had multiple track ownership at the same time. Then the bank ended up owning it. The bank was trying to find owners. They ran it themselves for a while with, again, multiple tracks. Some closed, some actually stayed afloat. And I heard it was for sale again. So just reached out, made some phone calls, and somehow convinced my wife and my kids, say, we're going to do this, and
So-
that's what happened.
So I take it the track was in operation, and because I mean,
Continues.
COVID was 2020,
Yes.
but obviously, it wasn't doing.
It
what
wasn't. It wasn't doing.
wasn't paying
so,
bills.
So this sounds horrible, but COVID did me a bit of a favor
Yeah,
because
well.
the price dropped a ton.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm
gotcha.
saying?
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
a window open, and
Yes, the window opened that
absolutely.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they wanted it off their books, and they
Yeah.
wanted to move on because banks aren't supposed to own stuff.
Yeah.
They're supposed to, So anyway, so that's what happened, and it worked out. And to be honest, I didn't realize how close the place was to shutting down, because it just, again, it's privately owned, or it wasn't privately owned, things like that. So,
Yeah.
like anything else, everything goes through cycles. And unfortunately, that was what we call it at the drag strip now. That was dark ages. You know what I mean? And we, so.
And I mean, anybody in business. I've been in business 23 years, and them times come upon. I mean,
100%
they
they do.
come and they go. That's just life, dude.
I'll tell anybody that this is, like I say, it's only year 4, and there was a 5-week window this summer, okay, of literally where it was. We had a pretty hot summer, and it was either 5 weeks of either rain or heat that nobody was at the drag strip, and I wouldn't either if I didn't have to be there because it's just too damn hot.
Right.
So I mean, there was numbers. It was like, oh my gosh, and my wife's like, what the hell do we do this for? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I get it, and we're gonna figure this out. And we're gonna move on. And my wife is way smarter than me. She 100% is. You know what I mean? And that's why I need her to tell me those kind of things, because I'm knee deep in it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard. That's valid too, man. Because when you're in it every day,
Yeah.
it's hard to step back and actually get an honest look of what you're actually looking at.
Yes,
I do that
yes.
What I
constantly.
Yep.
What I would say is you look at problems from 10,000 feet,
Yeah.
and that's what your wife does.
Yeah.
Where you're down in the weeds.
But they
working
don't
on
have the
stuff.
pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have this. I like. I want to make this work. I have to make this work. Whatever. But yeah, when you're standing in it, it's hard to see
It is
exactly
It
what
is.
you're
One of
standing.
my business professors. I went to school down in Bradley. And my professor has told the coolest story, and he goes, man, I don't care if you're the best rower you have, okay, and you're rowing this ship, okay, and you're down there because you can outrow five guys down there, and you're rowing like a mother. He says, "Who's driving the ship?
Yeah.
Who's the one driving the ship?" He says, "If no one's driving the ship,
You
you're
don't
gonna
know.
roll that bastard ashore."
You don't even know where you're going.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So he
100%.
he goes, "You have to pull your head up once in a while and just check stuff out."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yeah. I love
Wow.
yeah. That's probably business in general, right? It's how we all are. We all get
Right.
buried and
That-
stuff.
Well, and I hear it all the time, and I'm sure, and everybody does. It must be nice, right? And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
it
great.
sure is. It's
awesome.
great.
It's
At
awesome.
least 8% of the time.
Yeah. Well, think about that. Think about that 10 years ago when you're up on roofs, hanging up satellite dishes.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
8,000 degrees outside.
And I always had nice trucks and stuff, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I worked every Sunday, and I
Yes.
worked from 8 o'clock in the morning until
Yes.
10 o'clock at night.
It's like anything in life, whether it's literally if it's raising kids, business or being a husband.
Mm-hmm.
It's what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to put into this thing?
Yeah, agree. Somebody said something the other day, and it stuck, man. And every time I bring it up, it's like, when you hire kids today, it's like the only question I really want to ask them is like, did you have a paper route when you were growing up? Because of like we all had paper routes.
Yeah.
It seemed like, and we all
Yeah.
get it, right? It's
Yeah.
like, I don't care if it's raining and it's cold.
Yeah.
Go deliver the papers, and,
Yeah.
and it's just.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so that it's like my whole questionnaire is like, you ever had a paper route?
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid, but it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really
Especially now, papers are so thin. It'd be easy to do it now.
not.
Wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Cake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you touched on this a little bit. Cordova is not just another track. It's home of the oldest drag racing event in the country, the World Series of Drag Racing. What did it feel like stepping into that history? That had to be...
Oh man, it's the craziest thing. Just this past World Series. Okay, again, next year's the 70th year of the track. Well, the World Series is actually 2 years older than the racetrack is, because for the first 3 years it was down in Lawrenceville, Illinois, in an airport.
Okay.
Because it started in '54 down there, and then it came up to the World Series in '57. Is its first year here. So this guy brings in a trophy from the very first World Series at Cordova Dragway from 1957. This thing is immaculate. It's like it's been in his basement in his trophy case for 70 years. And he has a picture of the car that won it, the handwritten time slip of when he did all this stuff from 70 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And he gives this to us.
Wow.
He goes, "Hey, I know nobody appreciates except this place. It needs to go to this place for home." So that's what I'm saying. That the history of everything that goes on there it's hard to describe until you get to experience it. But
It's like it's its own life.
it 100% is, of everything of again, you see families that have multiple generations. My own's a very small microcosm of that. You know what I mean? But every other family that's been there, and there's brothers and racing against brothers. Sisters against sisters. And they bring their kids, and they race everything from junior dragsters, or they race their golf carts at night. I mean, that's what's the coolest thing about the history, and that's what I hope will never go away.
Yeah.
One of my big dreams there was my dad's actual dream was to do a museum there, and I still want to do it. I still want to figure out a way to pull off a museum, because if you send out the bat signal of, hey, we need some stuff here, people will start bringing cars there. Number one, to get them out of their garage.
Yeah.
And number two, just because they
Yeah.
want to show it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Awesome. Okay. Well, you're doing great. What were those first few months like after the purchase? Like, what surprised you the most?
Okay.
Bills, I'm sure.
I'll tell you
Was there any old shits?
I'll tell you the very first day. Well, I thought this deal was started in August of 21, okay, and it took till February of 22 to make it actually happen. And I thought it was killed a couple times. I thought it was done, wasn't going to happen. Some ups and downs in it. So I go to the lawyer's office to sign the paperwork in February, okay, and I go to his office, and all that stuff is done. Then the people we sold it from, and they're obviously the bank's out of New York City, okay, and the guy we dealt with is in Florida, and so the local people that were running at the time, unfortunately they lost their jobs, but they've been sent to other jobs and probably make more money. But long story short, so I go there, and the guy that was running it sends me a text, "Hey, the keys are in the mailbox." I'm like, man, I just spent all this money for this thing. That's very anticlimactic, isn't it? Keys in the mailbox. Like, wow.
Underneath the rock.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, that really... So I, obviously, the lawyer's in Morrison, so we drive. My wife was at her job. And so I drive from Morrison to Cordova. Like, all right, I own this place now.
Yeah.
So I go in there, okay, get the keys out of the mailbox, go in there, and the place is a wreck. I mean, they just literally left as if, they left their lunch on the table and say, hey, we're done, you know what I'm saying? And because the leadership at the time there was really, really bad. I'm not going to lie, it just wasn't the best.
Yeah.
So anyway, what happened is I go in there and it's like, gosh, dang. So and it's a snowy day in February, and you buy a racetrack and you see it in February and it's empty. All you see is this huge abyss of emptiness.
And they left a mess.
And you're thinking, how I turn this into cash? You know what I mean? It's like I got a payment here in about 30 days.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm sitting there at this desk and I'm looking around and I'm like so I call my wife and I'm like, what the hell did we just do? She goes, no, jackass.
You did this.
There's no we here. Yeah, what did you just do?
Yeah.
And then the very first phone call. So now I'm really stoked. This is honest to God what happened. Phone rings. Like, sweet. First phone call is the owner of this place. Cordova Dragway, this is Dan. Hey, Dan, this is so-and-so. Who do I talk to in accounts payable?
Oh, God.
I said, well, it's me. What do we owe you? You know, I
Oh,
said,
my
on the
God.
very first phone call. It was like,
The bill collector.
yes. It was that's like movie script type
Yeah,
stuff. You know
it
what I mean?
is.
Yeah. But anyway,
Wow.
so it worked out, and those few phone
You
calls.
haven't even sold a candy bar yet.
Yeah,
Know what they're paying.
yeah. Those phone calls still come. Luckily, less and less, but still come. Yeah. So, but no, to answer your question, that's kind of how it played out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good. One of the first moves was bringing back Jim Taz Hines on the mic.
Oh yeah. Taz
Why was that important to you? Because he's part of it.
Because it's part of it. It's history, and Taz knows that. He's been there. He's given a lot of his time and his life to that place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he knows the details. He knows the people, and his voice is iconic with that place.
Absolutely.
You know, and I've known him for a long, long time, and he's just a good dude. And to get him to come back and help us out for that event was literally huge.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes complete sense.
Yep.
What upgrades or changes did you focus on right away? And then what do you still want to tackle?
Well, first year out, we had Funny Car Chaos, which was 40 funny cars. We got them to come to the World Series, or come to Cordova, which was a tough in itself because, again, it's a very unique series. It's hard to get them to come to your track. So they came here the very first. This was June of the first year, and these funny cars do a burnout. Okay, then as they back up, chunks of the asphalt coming up with them.
Because the tires?
Yeah, because the asphalt was just kind of falling apart. So we patched it and got through that weekend and stuff like that. But then just all of a sudden, red flag, we got to go to the bank and borrow some money because we got to pave this place. We got to pave it right now.
Yeah.
So that was all of a sudden. The first year we were shut down for 4 weeks in the middle of the season.
New track time.
New track, yeah. So that was the very first thing, and then it was the timing system. The wiring was 30 years old.
Oh,
Time for new stuff. We got always bugs and all these animals that were chewing the wires and all these patches over years and years and years.
You got like trip line. You got like it's for like scoring, live scoring
Yes.
wires underneath the track too.
Well, along the track. Yes.
They're along the
Yeah,
track.
Exactly.
Okay.
But the thing is, though, it was obviously there's all these animals out there living
Oh, yeah.
love Cordova because it's apparently great fertile soil. Apparently,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. so anyway, they're in all the tubes. We finally got them out, but they were just chewing on everything.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's again, it's like a farm. Like a farm in the fact there's always something broken.
Yeah, you're working 7 days a week.
There's
on
Yeah,
that.
always-
you can't fold it up and put it in the garage when you're done with it.
Yeah,
It has to be in the elements, and it gets rough.
And it's again back to the farm analogy is once you did a mile of fence, I'll go back and start over because that mile, this first 10 feet, I'll beat the shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Start over again.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, but yeah, there's always stuff. I look at that place today and I think, okay, what's next on the list, and what's the highest priority of the list, and what gives you the best fan experience, what gives the racers the best experience, and so that's kind of how we rank it out there of what's available.
Yeah, because you blacktopped a lot of the rock roads out there, didn't you?
Well, we're doing more and more
Yep.
out there and stuff, and hopefully, just keep it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're constantly making great improvements
Yeah.
out there.
All right. How do you balance modern improvements with keeping the old school Cordova vibe alive?
Oh, that's a tough one there, isn't it? It really, really is, because you want the
old
history.
school.
Yes. I look at that tower and I'm like, okay, how do I build a new tower but incorporate this old one into it somehow? Because that's so iconic.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And how do you like prime example when they did the cement guardrails there, because it had old school metal guardrails. But obviously, people learn over time that's not the safest thing in the world to have.
Mm-hmm.
So they put these concrete barriers up, which is now obviously the industry standard. So they kept the first 30 feet of the burnout area, the metal guardrail, and it wasn't to save money. It was literally just to make it look still cool like it was back in the old days.
Right.
Because hopefully, knock on wood, the damage, the risk and stuff isn't back there behind the burnout box. It's when they're down the track.
Right.
So what they did it there so that when you took pictures of cars on the track, they had the old school burnout, old school guardrail in the background. Just again to keep the nostalgia look to it. So yeah, things like that. And there's things that I would love to do, but it's like, how do you incorporate? So
how do you keep the old school in it? Because it's important.
Yeah, it's huge, man. It is absolutely huge. Like our one of the sayings out there, disturbing the peace since 56.
Yeah.
And that's what the place is all about. Yeah, it's all about the history. All about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I love that.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It absolutely is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when you got something like that
you want to maintain.
you want to make it nice, but you want to keep that. You
Mm-hmm.
want to keep that old school look. Fans see cars and crowds. Owners see budgets. Crews and sponsors. What's the hardest part of making the numbers work?
Don't check them.
Don't check them.
No news is good news.
Yeah.
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 It's a big
No.
responsibility. You're over all of that. You know?
But it's no different than any business.
I know.
It's no different than whether it's a fence business, garage door business, or a satellite business. It's let's live within our means. You know what I mean? It's hard. You can go out and get 20 employees or 200 employees, and the numbers jive. I mean, I would love to go out and do more and more and more and more, but you have to make the payments, and it's no different than your personal checkbook at home.
Right.
It's, hey, let's make the numbers jive.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, I guess is the best way to say it is, because I mean, you go through the gate of that place and there's 14,000 people there for a World Series, just crazy amount of people, but there's a crazy amount behind the scenes to make that deal happen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And there's a certain, for you, maybe for me, maybe not for you, maybe I'm the weirdo out there, but some of the bigger stuff, man, I mean, it's not that you're nervous or anything, but you're just walking into this thing because shit goes wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean,
Every
shit
time.
goes wrong.
Every time.
And you just, the trick is you're never going to keep shit from going wrong. But
Yeah.
the trick is to, whatever it is, get it back up, you know what I mean, as quick as possible,
Yes.
and you just have to keep moving forward.
Yes.
And a lot of people miss that because, I mean, even with the broadcasting stuff I do now, people are like, like as soon as something goes wrong, I'll lose audio or something. And I know, normally, when something goes wrong because I'm like, oh, shit.
How do you fix it?
And next thing you know, I'm getting 25 messages, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Give me a second. It just happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's that feeling that's like, it almost takes your breath away because it's like,
And there's so many oh shit moments. You're absolutely right. And not just big events, but small events as well.
Yeah.
There's so many things that happen in this atmosphere, and you're trying to figure out, okay, what can we do next? How do we fix this quickly? And there's so many that no different. I look at it honestly as like a wedding venue too. Sometimes is when people realize that, hey, the wedding wasn't off with a hitch. Yeah, it's because the wedding coordinator is phenomenal.
exactly.
She took care of stuff, or he took care of it, or whatever.
Your
it is.
team responded. Your team took care of
it's
the
like
task.
this, like people say, like this World Series, the Summer National, things went off without a hitch.
Yep.
No, there's probably 50, but nobody saw them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and especially in today's day and age, man, because as soon as you stub your toe or as soon as something goes wrong, you got 9,000 messages on Facebook. Did you see that? You know what I mean? And it's like, what? I mean, come on.
Well, and that's the way we live in now. It's the house of overreaction.
100%.
Like,
Bunch
wait a
of
minute.
There's warriors.
Let's put this stuff in perspective, but we all lock that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that stuff happens. And I don't care what you do for a job. There's nothing perfect in this world. But You built partnerships like Fuel Factory. How do you approach sponsors so it's a win on both sides?
Well-
Sponsorships is tough. It's a tough gig.
Well, first of all, sponsorship's a no word
Yeah.
in my mind.
Okay.
It's sponsorship. I'm going to sponsor your Little League baseball team. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sponsor feeding puppies. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I expect nothing in return. I'm giving you money. Mm-hmm. But that's also a very short-term way of doing business. Okay.
Yep.
So sponsorship's a no word in my mind when it comes to marketing and advertising. If I don't help you sell more dog food, then you're not going to put more money in my drag strip.
Right.
Okay. My job is to help you get more customers. Point blank. And what is your goal? If your goal is to entertain your staff, bring them to drag strip and do a team building trip, game on. If it's to make more sales, let me help you. And if I can't prove that to you, then we're not doing our job.
So that's an important thing. Yeah, you have to have that conversation and find out how you can help them, and that's where everybody wins.
Yeah, it's literally it took me this year to realize we're not in the racing business. We are in the entertainment and marketing business.
Absolutely.
But the drag strip, it gives me a phenomenal medium to make that stuff happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's why thank God we have a ton of great cast members, if you want to call them that, or even you want to call, and I say cast members, I mean everything from every racer races down our drag strip to every person that puts their heart and soul and work in the place.
Yeah.
That's the cast.
Yeah.
And we get to put on an entertainment.
They all have a part.
Yeah. It's a show we put on every weekend.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good way that it's a cast. I like that a lot.
And it's a cast of characters. It's absolutely is.
Yeah, that's good.
What does a good weekend look like for you beyond just a good gate?
Well, number one is every car that came through the gate goes home. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's number one.
Everybody's safe.
Everybody comes home. That's the number one, the best thing for that place. Number two is obviously a good gate that we can pay our bills.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then probably number three, just shooting from the hip. Number three would be that when they're going out the gate, people are wanting to come back and see it again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Had a good experience.
That's
so they're talking about it on the socials, saying how good of a time they had.
Like I cannot believe this place. I've lived at Quad Cities for 20 years. Didn't even know it existed. Now I'm never gonna go. I'm gonna go back there next week.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Those are probably your top three in my mind.
Well, that's. I mean, I think that's valid for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a hard gig anymore, man. I mean, it seems like every year it gets harder because people are distracted. People are, they have other things to do. So if you don't have something special, it's hard to get them to change up.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's so much going on, but what's cool about our sport is it's very much an adrenaline overload, and we're all adrenaline junkies, and where we live in now. So you're giving them what they want. You're giving them, oh my God, did you just see that?
Yeah.
And that's what we have to experience every day, because we live in a world. You're absolutely right that there's so much going on. There's so much, that can take away your time if you don't let it.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see. You started Cordova College to help people get into bracket racing.
Yes.
Where did that idea come from?
Well, we're always trying to somehow tie the name Cordova into everything, obviously, right? It's just to build the brand, and what that spun out of is it's a very intimidating sport.
Yeah.
Okay, drag racing or any sport. I mean, whether it be baseball, football, if you don't know the gist of it, you're never going to try it. It's never going to happen. It's very intimidating, and especially for younger kids, man. If I go there on a Friday night and I've never been in a drag race, but I take my mom's minivan to go whether she knows or not, I take it, okay, and we go out and have some fun, and I red light and I make some mistakes, and all of a sudden my buddy's making fun of me, I'm never going back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Never going to happen.
Yeah.
But if I can spend an hour, we can have some of our experienced racers, and there's some awesome people out there that want to train the new people, and not just old guys, but young guys and young girls, everybody. Hey, come try it. And so what we do is we go through the basics of, hey, here's how the sport works. Here's how you stage. Here's where you go when you're done. Here's where you go see, tech to get your car checked out. Here's how you pay at the gate. So what we're working on now is I want to do a video of that, of just a quick video of, hey, here's come through, sign your ticket with Marty, come here and see Dennis at Tech,
Maybe have somebody wear a GoPro or something and kind of go through the motions.
And just stuff like that, and make it so it's crazy simple.
Yeah.
But if again, the whole thing is knowledge, and what I try to do there, what we all try to do there at the track is literally over communicate, because we all can't assume that just like here, I had no idea where I was going today,
right?
But you said, hey, go to the one that's that's so and so. All right, cool. But if I can tell you, because if your first time is at Cordova, you know the damn bathroom is, makes it tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have
100%.
to. Yeah. So if we can figure that part out of that, that's what Cordova College is. Hey, again, it's just like college is trying to educate and trying to help you become a better.
So you can have a better experience.
Just like college in real life.
Yeah.
It's all about education.
It's setting yourself up for success.
Put yourself in a better position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set up for
Absolutely.
success.
Yep.
Yeah. I like it. What's been the response so far? Why are you seeing new faces stick around? It sounds to me like you're not only getting new faces sticking around, but you're getting new ones all the time.
Oh, I think so. We're growing by leaps and bounds.
That's
we
amazing.
Really, really
man.
are. The place is, your car count's exploding. You're getting people that come to bracket races, which is unheard of in the sport we live in. It really is, because it's hard to watch bracket races, especially if you don't understand it. It's hard to understand if you're a new person. Well, why did this car win, but he went slower?
Yeah.
What just happened here?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no mathematician, but it doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
But you're getting people to come hang out at those things and check them out. Yeah.
That's great to hear, man.
Yeah. It's
that's
pretty nuts.
really good to hear, actually.
Yeah.
We're from a different area that, I mean, not trying to, but I mean, there's a lot of things out there that are struggling. So having something that, is banging like that is awesome. It's good to hear. It's good to hear.
And I think it all boils down to just, again, the experience. It's if I go watch, they're not the Mallards anymore, but you go watch a hockey team.
Yeah.
And you don't have a good time, experience. I don't care if it's $5 ticket, I'm not going to go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, it's all about the experience. People will spend $100 a day to go to Disney, $100, if not more.
A lot more.
Yeah. But it's because it's the experience. Because you know what? You went down and you had a good time. It's like, and I just paid $12 for a cheeseburger, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what I said before. When I was burned up and all this and stuff, but all of that stuff, I loved being there.
Yeah.
Even though, like I say, I was dried up and burned out and stuff, but I went with a big smile on my face and I told everybody about it.
Cool.
So that's you're nailing it.
Cool.
And then you talk about the food.
Yeah.
I was impressed. All your food is great there.
Well, and you got to make it affordable.
Yeah.
We've all gone to a Bears game or a Cubs game. And I'm not saying Cordova Dragway is the level of those guys, not even close.
But you have to make it good first.
Yes.
I mean, because I don't mind paying $10-12 for a burger, but if I got to throw it away, I mean, now I'm like, okay,
come on.
that ain't happening again, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect an Angus, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you get,
you're not going down to the local steakhouse. I mean, we know,
right,
we know
right.
that.
But I mean, you can enjoy it, right?
Yes.
100%. So why is it important to you to create on-ramps for the next generation, which is a tough gap, in my opinion?
It's a very tough gap because, well, everybody always says, and no different than what industry it is, right? This generation doesn't know what they're doing. This generation, and they said the same thing about us.
Right.
Yeah, no, they said the same thing.
Right.
We're not the only ones. I mean, our grandparents said the same thing. Said this world's going to hell because these guys can't do shit, and. That's going to be there for the rest, and we're going to say the same thing. They're going to say the same thing. So, but we have to tap into what they enjoy.
Absolutely.
If we try to bring them into our world, you're going to lose every damn time. But if we can tap into what they enjoy and what makes them happy, no different than is it electric cars? Is it whatever? Is it scooters? Is it just different forms of entertainment? Whatever it is, we got to tap into that. And that's what we're trying to do a lot there. Is, okay, what works? Because, again, what I truly think, again, and it spans not just racing, it spans every sport, it spans every commercial business out there. Well, they got to do it our way. Okay, come on, you lost me.
Lost everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you do.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean.
The world is changing for our kids, and what he's saying is he is adapting to the changing
No,
part
I get
and
it.
being successful.
Yeah.
And which is different than when our parents was. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the world's changing, but we're adapting, and
We have to all adapt.
Yeah,
And
we
you
have
guys,
to.
you guys are. You never thought for a minute 10 years ago we'd be doing this tonight.
No, dude.
No freaking way.
No.
I didn't think I was doing this 6
I don't
years
even know what a
ago.
podcast was.
Well,
You know.
well, you'd be still hanging satellites and making
Yeah.
money. Like, great,
Well,
don't
I mean,
care.
the reason I got into streaming is because I lost my job to streaming. Because I'm
Yeah.
like the Dish and DirecTV. I was like, everybody's going to go streaming, and I'm like,
Yes.
well, I better start streaming. I guess I'm like, that's all I know, right?
Right.
I don't want to start over.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't mind starting over, and I kind of still had to, but
Yeah. We have to adapt. We have to.
but you have to pay attention to what's going on around you,
And it's tough because
Yeah.
you know, none of us are good at it.
Mm-hmm.
We just aren't. It's just human nature, you know. But it's when you actually accept it, it's really actually can be fun and pretty exciting, and especially when you can accept it and you can show when you can incorporate the history of something and with how the future can come together. Oh my God, the door's wide open.
Yeah, because there's a lot of history that fails, man. I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff out there that
Yeah.
has gone away,
Yeah.
and then it's just a shell, and
Well,
that's
Man, it wasn't that long ago. It was bowling alley every time down this country.
yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the last time you guys bowled? I
No,
remember the
it's
time.
been a long time, and I used to be in leagues when I worked at a factory. I was in a league every weekend or every week. You
Yeah.
know, couple.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the times, man. I
Yeah.
mean, less people are, you know. So these are great answers, man. I'm so glad you came in.
Yeah.
It's great to hear.
Oh, it's cool to be here, man. It's very
Yeah, well, appreciate you coming in here. Looking back at 2025, the season's almost wrapped up.
cool. About 3 weeks left.
What's the highlight that really stands out to you as of right now of 2025 season?
Man, I don't want to keep throwing the World Series stuff up there because that's obviously that's the bread and butter of that track right now. But we had phenomenal weather. It was perfect. When you walk out, when the day starts on Saturday is your bread and butter day. So the day starts out and the bleachers are pretty empty because it's just starting again, it's bracket racing, stuff like that. And a lot of our local heroes, so bringing out their family and friends, is pretty cool. And then as it starts building up with crowds, then when you escape the tower for about 7 o'clock, and you look out and it's wall to wall.
It is.
It's like, okay. So then I get to go out and do my little welcome thing to everybody, say, hey, thanks for coming, I really appreciate it. And you look out and you get to experience it and take it all in. And I get to stand out there with my wife and my kids, you know, and it's really
That's
cool.
the best feeling in the world.
It really is. And then literally one of my favorite times there too is I get up crazy early and I start doing track prep with, you know, the guys at the track. And I'm usually there a little before they are. But I'll throw my AirPods in and I'll play some music and I'll kind of just walk the track and kind of take it in for a little bit. You know what I mean?
I do.
And it's the silliest thing,
Yeah.
but I dig it. You know what I mean? And just kind of say, okay, you know, let's have a good day. You know, like when I was driving that jet car, okay, I would have a little mantra I'd say to myself in the jet car every time. I would talk to 3 people in that car, okay, is I would be strapped in the car, helmet on, and I'd sit there, you know, waiting to go on the track. And my dad had passed away, and the guy that built the cars for me and taught me about jet cars had passed away. And the third person obviously had passed away. So anyway, I talked to all 3 of these people. So what it was I'd say, hey, Dick Rosberg, that's the guy who built the car. Dick Rosberg, you know, keep this, you know, make this thing run, because that's what he was, the jet car guy. And I'd talk to my dad, and I would say, Diamond Jim, let's go for a ride. And then I would say, the good Lord above, bring me back safe. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was just like your mantra, and that's what the same thing with the track is every morning. That's my piece, with that place, if you will. You know, and then it's all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. It's
Yeah.
If we can backtrack 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
So you're talking at 7 o'clock to give our listeners an idea.
Oh no. Well, it depends on what time the track opens. Like this weekend, we were on track at 9, so you have to start prep about 6:30.
No, 7 o'clock at night on the World Series.
Oh yeah.
So all the bleachers on both sides
Yes.
to give our listeners an
Packed.
idea of how many people,
Packed.
what's your seating capacity there?
When the place holds about 10,000 people, then when the wall to wall, when it's sold out and there's people there, it's 14,000.
Yeah. 'Cause there's people standing.
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
There's no place to
Yes,
sit.
I mean it's crazy amount of people. You're
Yeah.
thinking and then And I don't know what the population of Cordova, Illinois is, but I'm pretty sure we do better
Oh
than
yeah,
that.
way above it. Yeah.
I would say.
You know,
Yeah, just to give our listeners an idea.
It's-
You
No,
gotta
that, I
see
mean
it.
that's valid
Because I
because
saw that last year. I took pictures, and it's like, can the people clear at the end?
Yeah.
Here you're at,
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
and I'm not sure people understand what a 14,000 people crowd looks like because I was at an event a few weeks ago that had I think like 7,000 people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, the poor ladies in the concession stand getting their butts kicked.
Yeah.
Oh,
know
well,
what
that,
I mean?
what about
I mean,
people
it's hard to
parking
get
cars?
around when
Yeah.
you got that
Yeah,
many
how
people.
about parking cars?
Well, that's just it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
you got a whole team. The whole team of people that works those events, everything from your parking to your gate staff to the track staff to concession to the ladies that run the bar, the EMT staff. I mean, you have EMTs obviously on site, and they do a phenomenal job. And what they're doing is they're roaming.
It's
There's
like
so
its own
people.
little car.
It
It's
absolutely
like its
is.
own vehicle.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
all
it's-
of it.
It all has to
and
just
luckily
work.
we're so blessed with a lot of great people
Absolutely.
there that just clicks.
Yep. And that's
Yeah.
what I sensed last year when I was there talking to everybody.
Yeah.
They were all family.
Yeah, oh, very
They
much.
had
so.
different last names, but they were all family.
Yes. Poor bastards.
Right. Slim Roberts says that it's a great place to go hang out with the family and friends, and awesome what you did to the bathrooms. Great facilities at Cordova.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, heck yeah. Okay, let's see. Now that was a high. Now let's see what's one lesson you learned the hard way this year.
Oh God. Well, it was that 5-week window we got our butts kicked.
Yeah.
You know, I
For weather?
I literally wasn't prepared for it. It taught me, hey, listen, you got to plan. I mean, you always plan for rainouts here and there.
Yeah.
You know,
For food and stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and for just money. You know, for obviously you plan all this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's back up a little bit. So, looking to buy this place, and I take
Yeah.
my wife and my daughters in the kitchen table. And we're talking about here's the idea, and she was all right. How do you make this work? So here's what it is. I said, you got let's do some math. Okay, you got what you're open for 8 months if you're lucky. 8 months. Okay, times 4 is what 32.
Yeah.
I better do this. My calculator. Make sure you do this right for broadcasting. I better do this right.
For 32 weeks.
So I'm talking to them. I say, okay, 8 months times 4 weeks. That's 32 weeks.
Yeah. 32 weeks.
Okay, now times that times 2 days in a weekend. You know, Friday and Saturday. Sometimes but average. Okay, so now you're at 64 days. Okay, you're gonna lose approximately 20%. Okay, each year to rain. Okay, so you're losing 12 days. So that gives you 52 days. That's not even 2 months. to make all
Right.
your
Just
money.
keep yourself in the green.
You've got to make every dime you have in a month and a half.
52
In
days
52 days.
to cover the whole
The whole-
365
the whole
days
year,
of the year.
You're knocking out 52. Now, I told her, and she was, tell me again, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
No pressure.
I'm like, we can do it. We can do it. I know we can do it. Okay? But so that's the stuff. So I wasn't prepared for losing that many days. So, but it just taught me, hey, listen, plan better.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of it, really.
Yeah.
Just so,
Now, do they?
know.
I'm sure they. I mean, because a lot of events, I know that like in the racetracks around here, you can get weather insurance, but is that available? Is
Oh,
that
absolutely
something?
is.
I mean, because
there's event insurance for every event you can
but
want to do.
I mean, it's probably expensive to buy that all year long and not
100%.
use it.
It's not
So
an
you
option.
better
You
just
can-
pay the piper when
You
when the rain comes in.
You can. It's no different than you guys or anybody that's listening. Anybody in the world, you can insure yourself to bankruptcy in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. And there's also a certain risk you take every day of just rolling the dice.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, but yes, there is events that you can insure all your events, but man, there's no way to make money at that. That's not possible.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy sitting on his couch is like, well, they got insurance for that, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
no.
No, you don't, dude. Yeah.
No. It's not like we're selling pink tickets or something like that.
Right.
You got to worry about that.
Yeah, it's
No.
probably $4 or $5 grand a month for the insurance,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
not $30 like
Yeah.
for for something that.
Yep.
If you could relive one night from the season, just for the fun of it, which one would it be?
Oh man, I don't know.
Got several.
Yeah, I don't know. A new event we had this year is called Date Night, and I think that's going to be a home run. Unfortunately, it's rained out twice now. Okay, but I love the idea if it's because what happens is traditionally, obviously, it's a male dominated sport. You know what I'm saying? There's phenomenal drivers that are female, and they're kicking a lot of everyone's butt.
April.
But it just, yeah. So, but what happens is it's just more guys than girls. It's just how it is. But, and luckily, I've got all girls, so hopefully it's going to change. So, but anyway, it gives, and the spouses a chance to go out on the track. And there's some spouses that their husband or wife has raced the entire time, and they've never even been on there. So it's just a cool idea to, you know what, and they're in street cars. But anyway, that was a neat one. It just that was a fun one. I want to relive that over and over again because it's just a chance for us all to goof off,
Right.
and people to switch roles. You know what I mean? Whether they've raced 20 years ago or raced 2 weeks ago, it's still just switching roles.
Yeah.
You know, and that's no different than anything else we do in your life. It's fun to try somebody else's,
Yeah.
walk in somebody else's shoes.
Absolutely.
You know, it's
man.
actually pretty cool.
I
It's
love that.
perspective.
I love that.
You know,
You know, and I love the bonding that I've seen there too. So you're talking about the spouses. I mean, that has the bonding and the fun
Absolutely.
relationship.
Yep.
But I always, what I picked up right away, I love taking the pictures with the little kids and their dragsters.
Yeah.
The little 2 cylinders.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
The
ridiculous.
moms are out there when they're buttonholed up. I always try to get ready to get a picture when they give them knuckles.
Yeah.
I think that is so
Yep.
cool. That knuckles is good
Yep.
luck, you know.
Yep.
So
That is
just
cool.
to see the love or the bonding, the family, right before the
Agreed.
green light turns on.
Agreed.
All right, Heath Burge. Also, Ken, talking about live streaming every event and one of the only drag strips with a bar. Do you live stream your events?
We do every
You
single
do?
one.
Okay.
Every single, and it's
And-
free. And it's
Oh,
free.
that's interesting.
Free.
And it doesn't keep people home watching TV.
Man, there's no way it does.
I agree with
no
you.
way.
It's just a common art. Thank
No.
you for asking that,
Yeah.
Heath.
If
I was gonna go like this.
Yeah, right?
if television keeps people home, how is the NFL a billion-dollar business?
I don't know. I'm
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
explain that to.
It's no way. What the live stream does for us is literally it lets people that can't be there.
Yes.
Let's say if grandparents.
And you got a footprint
yes.
that's massive. You got the
expanded
whole
your
country.
audience. You expand your audience.
And you can't do one or the other. If you're going to expand your audience, you're going to expand your audience
And here's
on
the-
both levels.
Absolutely, because here's the cool thing. Again, just like NFL or just like going to a Cubs game or just like going to, again, I forget what's the team name. It used to be the Mallards, but they're here now.
I don't know this.
Storm.
Storm. There you go.
Yes. So you go to you can always watch them and experience it at home when you're easy, you're lazy boy. But it's always better to go check it out in person.
Absolutely.
So the same thing with the drag strip. If you can see it, you can watch the pros. You know, whether in Florida or they're in wherever they're at. But to go see them firsthand, it's night and day. And same thing's going to happen here. So all we're doing is expanding our audience.
You got to experience the energy in the air.
Yes, and that's what I say. So it's any sport. Grow the brand. Grow the brand.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And there's no better way to do that than with TV.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you're gonna get sick of hearing what you just said because I'm gonna chop that up into a million pieces and I'm gonna put that on every platform.
Yes.
I swear to God, I'm
Grow the brand.
I
Yeah.
mean, because it just makes sense, and
Yeah.
and it's been a battle for me, and I don't know. I don't want to go down that road because I'm having a blast just listening to your stories, man. Because you know, it ain't no different for you than it is anybody else that had any kind of a struggle or any kind of. You didn't come into this thing. You didn't buy a business that was doing $20 million a year business.
Right.
You had to build it. You had to take all the shit. And all the good stuff, all the bad stuff, and try and you're knocking it out of the park.
And the
as far as
sad
I'm
part is,
concerned.
I actually sold one that was grossing 3 times this one grossed
Right.
to make it happen.
So
You know,
yeah,
what I
so
mean? I sold one that was kicking ass. You know, to take this
Wow.
one. You know, but I love it. I really do.
that is amazing, man.
You know.
That is great to hear.
Yeah.
Wow. What excites you most about next year? New events, facility changes, big weekends. What's the big thing coming up for you next year?
Well, the answer to that question, honestly, is all the above.
All of it.
All the above. There's some new events, and I've got the schedule pretty well penciled out for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hoping to announce it probably first part of November. We'll be able to announce the schedule.
Okay.
But yeah, some pretty new, exciting events, some pretty good size events that this track hasn't had in quite some time.
Right.
And obviously more upgrades. You know,
Just gonna keep building it.
as long as the bank keeps saying yes, let's go.
Right.
For it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's
Why
awesome.
wouldn't they? Because look what you've done for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
But yeah, so there's a lot of, and that's what's neat about that place is it's it's 70 years old, but it evolves every year.
Yeah.
You follow me?
In business, if you're not even, you have to make changes. You have
Yeah.
to stay. It doesn't mean you have to rebuild everything every year.
Yeah, I hope not.
But you have to keep up with the times. You have to draw in different people, and sometimes you have to have different things that draw in different people.
Yeah.
So okay, what headline?
So what is this here? People texting the show?
Yeah, them are people on Facebook or YouTube.
Got it. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, what else you got? I mean, that's good stuff.
No, it's just a neat place. I mean, long story short, it just is, and
It is.
and it's so different than any business I've ever had in my life. Okay, it's so different in the fact that, again, you're directly impacting people's lives. My wife and I talk about it a lot. And it's like a wedding venue.
Yeah.
You're planning a wedding every weekend, and it's not. I don't want to go down as deep as your the wedding is obviously changing everyone's life the rest of their life, you know what I mean? But this place also touches people's lives. And so you need to embrace that, and understand that, and appreciate that. Because when you look at it that way, it's not just pouring down some glue and sending some cars on the racetrack. It's literally you're getting a chance to be involved in so many people, their enjoyment of what they do. So and helping people it sounds corny, helping people to chase dreams, helping them chase this is what I
Well,
really
you're a
want to
part
do.
of their dreams, though, man. That's massive.
That's what's and you can help them. You can help any way possible to hey, this is what I really want to do. I want to try this.
Right.
Let's do it.
Yep.
I will give you the venue. You write your own story. You know what I mean? Here's the paper. You bring the pen. Write your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wow. That's some good stuff. Let's see. 5 years down the road. Here we go. 5 years
God.
down the road. What does
Are you
success
gonna
look like
retire with this track?
for Cordova under your ownership? 5 years down the road, where do you see it?
Well, 5 years down the road, we would be the year after. Okay, let's go 4 years.
Okay.
Okay, because we just did the 71st World Series. It'll be the 75th World Series.
Okay.
Okay, so my mind is going crazy about that. The first time for the event and a drag strip to hit 75 years of
Wow.
event. So it'll be here at Cordova. So we're trying to figure out how to make it just unbelievable special. I mean, it's going to be. We're going to literally have to close the gates to be so many people in that place. First time
agree.
ever. It'll be a sold out facility.
100% believe you.
Yeah,
On that.
it'll be, hey, sorry you came here too late. You're missing it. And I want to let everybody know that. You better buy tickets in advance because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Which is a challenge in itself.
oh, very much so. Because it's an outdoor facility.
Absolutely.
It's hard to get people to buy something in advance for an outdoor facility.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, I'll buy tickets to here's it's going to rain. They're still
Yeah.
going to play.
Right.
But if it's raining, what are we going to do?
So I got a question. So for my and the audience, so how do you reach out to get the big boys to get them to come? Did you, in the very beginning, to like we have Lucas Oil and things
Sure.
like that? How did you reach out, or do you what's involved?
You mean
in,
the drivers, the big name drivers? Or?
yes, that maybe they don't know. I've heard of Cordova.
Well,
or
here's what's cool about this place. Whether you've raced it or not, it's so iconic they've heard of it.
Okay.
Every one of them's heard of it. Okay. It's one of those type of tracks. Okay. So we just make phone calls, and it's a very much small fraternity, okay, if you will, of the drivers. So you make some phone calls. Hey, are you available? Are you available? Are you available? And then you simply lock on a price and agree on a price and go from there. You're hiring the talent, no different than you hire a band. You're just booking the talent.
Yep.
And the hard part is, again, a major race, the U.S. Nationals, is right after World Series, the weekend after. So a lot of guys don't want to do back-to-back, and they try not to, or things like that. But you're also creating the brand back to what it was. People want to be a part of it again. So that helps a lot.
Definitely.
But it also comes down to dollars and cents.
Yeah. So I'm saying is I can see in your 75th year, you're probably got vision of having the biggest boys ever.
Well, yes.
To draw the crowd in.
And I'm hoping they're going to like this deal so much they're going to pay us to be there.
Well, that's
Never happened. That's my hope. But no.
Yeah.
Because they realize they're going to sell so many damn T-shirts, they're going to want to be there.
Right.
But no.
I'm blown away, so I'm going to say it again because you have free live streaming, and you're packing the stands.
We're not packing the stands. Packing the stands at certain events.
Well, I get it, but I mean, it's not hurting you. It's not hurting your crowd
But
at the track.
even that event was live streamed. Even that event, the World Series is live streamed. Absolutely. Well, because again, not everybody could be there.
I know.
It's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! If you are, say your grandkids or your son is racing there and you're in Florida, you live in Florida, you can log in and watch him, because what we can do is it's like a 7-second delay, I think is what it is. Might not even that much, but you can say, hey, we're in the staging lanes, log in now, so they log in, get a chance to watch him make his or her pass, and then you can text them and say, hey, listen, you really sucked there. Try harder next time, or whatever you want to say.
Well, I get it.
What
I
mean?
Yeah. No, it's just an argument since 2020, and I'm not trying to get into that because I mean when I was doing races here when they couldn't have anybody in the stands. And now everybody's kind of looking at me like side-eyeing me and saying, well, you're the reason the tracks are failing because it's on TV. And I'm like, what?
Not even possible.
So that's why I had to back up. I mean, like again, I said, I love that answer.
Go tell me, go try that with the NFL.
Yeah.
How's it working for them?
I get it.
Exactly.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I say all the time, too. I'm like, Daytona tore down their backstretch. They didn't stop. They didn't take anything off TV.
Yeah.
They tore down all the towers. They took down that whole back, which is probably a mile and a half long of bleachers.
Right.
Because they got tired of painting them different colors so they looked like people.
Yeah.
They didn't kill the TV.
No.
So,
and that's just it. But again, it all comes down to this is a very much the kind of sport people got experience. They want to check it out firsthand. So if you can open the door to them, because there's I mean it's if you do the numbers on what this sport is, it's such a microcosm of what the world is. And it's getting smaller and smaller, and we're trying to grow it. But you have to expand your reach of everything, and the live stream is just a huge part of that.
100%.
Yep.
This is one of my guys. I'm not sure which. How have the Dragon Drives affected your year insofar as fan base and track income? Has that helped, or is it just a little fill in the blank on a light weekend?
Well, the answer to that question is kind of twofold. First of all, a Dragon Drive phenomenon is just that, a phenomenon. It's really freaking cool.
Yeah.
To explain to people what it is real quick, it's like a cannonball run type thing, like the old movies, where you're going to. I think the ones we're involved with, it's 4 tracks, okay, and it starts off like during the first day of the week. Each track's a different day. Then you go back to the track you started, and it's a challenge of your best your best times, and they average it out. But it's also a challenge of not only are you racing that track, you've got to drive, I'm going to say an average of probably 100 miles each day, maybe less than that, to the next track. So now you got this 6-second race car or a 10-second race car
that you have to keep going
on the track and go drive 65 miles an hour with your person riding shotgun, and you're also only allowed a small U-Haul type cargo trailer behind you with parts and stuff to fix it. I mean,
they're not built to run like that.
No, it's an endurance race, and it's also a speed race. It's the coolest thing in the world.
That is cool.
Okay, and so I think it's phenomenal for our sport because it opens up a whole different thing. There's a lot of them out there right now, so it might be just like when you were selling satellites back in the day. Only the strong survive.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mother bought a ladder and started selling satellites.
Yeah.
That's
so true too.
So,
I do.
Yeah.
There was retailers popping up and I'm like, man, there's another one right down the street.
Yes.
We had like 14 of them.
Yeah.
In the Quad Cities,
100%.
just in the immediate area, and I'm like,
only the strong survive.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be. It's whoever gives the best experience. So
100%.
So it's definitely helped. It's helped to grow the sport. It's helped to branch out to people that would never be involved in it, because there's parts of that Drag and Drive community. You don't have to have a race car. You can be like at the sixth summer, they call it the sick ward, where you can just follow behind them. Just follow behind them and watch all the crazies.
Kind of like what's the thing that goes here in Iowa, across Iowa, the
Ragbride?
Ragbride.
Yeah, just follow behind them.
Yeah, you don't have to ride a bike. A lot of people take a bike with them. They'll ride for 10 minutes, throw it in the truck, and ride the camper.
Not happening. Yeah.
I'm like, I'll go. I'll drive the camper for you.
Seriously.
I'll be your support
We
team.
don't have to bring my bike.
Yeah.
I'll sit on yours once or twice so you can take a picture.
But the second part of that question, though, is it is absolutely not Phil for a light weekend by no means, because that weekends are usually crazy. And you know what's weird? They're literally, this sounds totally canned and corny, but there's no light weekends there.
Yeah.
I never thought I would get to the point with that facility where you have to turn certain things down. People call, hey, I want to rent the track. I went to this track this weekend. I want to do this. So, man, I can't. We're already booked up. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I never thought that would happen 4 years ago.
Right.
You know, so, but it's gangbusters all the time. It really, really is.
God, that's such good news, man.
Yeah.
I love seeing that.
Yeah.
Love hearing it. You've raced alcohol and jet funny cars. How does that experience shape the way you run the track today? You're not only a customer, you're a whatever. Look at that commercial.
I can remember honestly sitting in those cars, okay, multiple times. Like every driver, I don't care what sport you're in, whether it be racing or baseball or anything. God, if I own this place, I'd do it this way.
Right.
God, these guys are so dumb. If I did this, if I owned this place, this is what I would do. Mm-hmm. I remember telling myself that multiple times. And driving back to and from, me and the crew talking about stuff. I mean, of course, like, wow, they really pulled their head. They pulled the head of their ass. They would do great, you know. So, with that being said, I'm trying to put my head on my ass all the time and try to do better. You know what I'm saying? But you're trying to literally put yourself in that guy's situation. Again, walk in that guy's shoes. You know, what can we do better to make your experience better here? Of just
because the driver's his experience is just as important to you as the
100%.
fan.
Like I said, the cast.
Yeah,
it's the cast. Yeah. It is. Without them, we had no show.
Absolutely.
It's as simple as that. You know, we have nothing to give the fans. Without the fans, nothing to pay the drivers. So they all go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but with that being said, I mean, I just try to put myself back where I was strapped in that car. It's 8,000 degrees outside, and okay, what would I do if I was sitting in that car right now? What would I want to know? Would I want to know more information? Would I want to know how long it's going to be? Would I want to know what the hell's going on?
Right.
You know, or would it be just, hey, you know, is it about payout? Is it about entry fee? Is it about just tell me what information I need to know? Because then it's no different than anything else in your life. If you don't know, now your mind goes crazy.
Yeah.
You know, if you can figure out a way to make that so.
Do you have a way to I don't know I don't know what it's even called. I can't think right now. Like transponders where the race director can talk to the person in the car?
No,
you don't have that. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, because they would be talking back to us, and probably wouldn't be good.
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It was what we're talking is one way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 just one
No.
way.
Because like at the track, they'll tell they're
flag
talking
guy.
to the drivers.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these guys. I would probably say maybe 20% have got headsets in their helmet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So most of them don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that legal for because I mean I'm just thinking, you know, NASCAR,
Yeah.
you can hear the pit guy talking to the dude, you know,
Yeah.
in his head, but is that legal?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So if they have comms,
a lot of teams have it. If it makes it better for them, they do. Like we had them.
Okay.
We had them in the alcohol car, the alcohol funny car. We had them in the jet cars.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was a lot of, you know, people just like. I traveled with a phenomenal group of people.
Yeah.
Okay, we were very lucky to have the team we had with the race cars, with both the alcohol car and the jet cars, of just a lot of people that had a great time, had fun, and so I can think back, there was very little productive conversation going on in those radios. It was a lot of just goofing off, and you know, it was just fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yes, if they had that, that'd be awesome. But no, so we're relying more on hand signals and just yelling.
Okay.
Do you kind of miss those days?
What, the race race car?
Yeah, when you have your
100%.
camaraderie and stuff.
100. Well, I still have that. We still have that. Like this past weekend, I sat in the bleachers with one of the racers and his wife and their family, and he just kind of sat for 10 minutes just talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the track's going live and things like that. But no, I still have that. It's the same. Now it's even grown.
Yeah.
What I do miss driving? Oh hell yes, I miss driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss it because it was. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 14.
So what's your favorite car to drive?
Oh, the jet cars are fun because they're fast as hell. You know what I mean? But the alcohol car was just, it was a challenge to drive.
Yeah.
The jet cars, when they're right, it's a jet engine in the car.
It's just gone.
It just goes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've crashed too, so I probably shouldn't say that. 'Cause, I mean, it's not that easy. But the alcohol car was a fun car to drive, and just, it was a challenge every time, is to get this beast down the track.
Yeah. So he's got another one, and I really like this one. Be a perfect place for a concert venue. with all the land and the layout, possibility of tall boys and tailgates. Just asking. I mean, I think that's a great question. Whoever this Heath guy is, I think he's onto something. I don't know. I'm just saying, I got a 17-foot by 10-foot TV that I could bring out, and we could probably get one on each side and show, so the fans are taken care of.
I love the idea of doing a concert. I love the idea of doing an event. It's a perfect venue for so much stuff.
100%.
I mean, you've got acres and acres of level grass, clean facility. You've got bathroom facilities. You've got a concession stand. You've got PA system. It's a phenomenal. And yes, would a tailgate and tall boys be perfect out there? Hell yes, it would.
And you have no curfew?
No curfew. And put it this way, you can also bring your camper out, so now you can have a great time. You can stumble back to your camper and just camp out and do it again next day.
Right.
So it's a perfect place for that. That also requires partnerships, though, and I don't know anything about that. So it requires people to I got to reach out and do more research of how do we find these people and who are they, and how to make it work.
Yeah.
Because I also, again, back to I think you could sink very, very fast if you did that wrong.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And we've all heard stories what the county, what Clinton pays tailgate and tall boys, and it sounds like a lot of money to me. But yeah, but wouldn't that be an awesome place out there for it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think it would for sure.
Oh man, it'd be like the next coming of Woodstock.
Yeah. I love the idea. If you need any help with that, I'd be happy to help out.
No
and
problem.
probably donate a TV or two, or at least bring mine out.
Let me access your checkbook. We'll talk.
Yeah, right. Well, we're gonna get somebody else's checkbook. You don't want mine.
He's not doing dish anymore.
Yeah,
mine's spent.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, let's see. Promoting and owning isn't easy. What keeps you going when the stress piles up? Because you got to have days. I mean, it's like anything else. There's
multiple days, just like any business, where it's just like, I mean, there's days where, just this past summer, pulled my wife and my daughter and my brother-in-law, we just sat and I apologized to them all, say, hey, I'm really sorry for this.
Yeah.
I put you guys in this position and I'm really sorry. It's just one of those stressful days. But then a thing pops up and things just change.
Right.
But, no, what drives me and motivates me a lot for that place is just like you just said, that watching mom, dad, and kids give a fist bump, and watching how stoked they were whether win or lose, and or watching
that's massive to that family.
Oh, and watching how bummed out they were. Not that you want to be happy they're bummed out, but you saw the raw emotion when that car just broke. Like, son of a bitch, but knowing they're going to come back and fix it and do it again. And
all that prep.
Yeah.
All that prep, to qualify. And then you finally get there and it's like, done.
Over. Yeah. But that's what's so, and it's watching, parents talk to each other about stuff or watching, this racer is doing a burnout and he brakes. This guy's already staging his car up in the lines. This guy turns the car off, give this guy a chance to fix it.
Oh, wow.
Stuff like that. And I think back, like, man, we're racing for money. Would I do that? I'm not sure I would.
No.
See you
later. Green light.
I'm saying, wow, that, so with that kind of stuff. And it just,
that's good stuff.
And hanging out with them in the morning or hanging out and just, prime example. Okay, we had this summer, it rained. It was one of our bracket race weekends. It rained. Okay, we got about halfway through the race, not even halfway through, and it rained. Got the track dry. Okay, it takes about an hour. The sun comes out and it's hot out, track dry. Get ready to call cars back to lanes again. It rained again. Okay, so we drive track again. Got the same thing. Rained again. Finally, fourth time, we drive this racetrack. And the third time, the racers come out with leaf blowers and say, hey, listen, how about this thing go even faster? Everybody's got little battery-powered leaf blowers and they're drying the track. I mean, there's pictures of it on our Facebook page of the whole crowd, the teams going out there and being a part of it. And people that don't know how to run machines, I was showing them last minute, here's how you run this machine. Go for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we're drying this track, and everyone's so excited to get back on track because it was a team effort. It was so cool.
That's amazing.
Then what happens? It rains again. It rains again. So finally, the fourth time, we're like, I went to, my wife was running the bar, and I go into the bar to get a pop and a bag of chips. Okay, she's like, hey, how's it going out there? I said, literally, we're about 10 minutes from racing. We're going to get this thing in tonight. It's going to happen. I was walking in, and it's a tin roof bar. I hear that ding, 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 ding on the tin roof. I'm like, you got to be crapping me. So I walk outside and it just woof, opens up again. Just, Illinois and Iowa, storms pop up, it happens.
Yeah.
So I sit there on
Especially on the river.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I sit there in the little outdoor patio in front of our bar, drinking my Pepsi, eating the chips, and you would have saw a defeated man like you would not believe. And so I radio the tower. I said, "Ladies and gents, we're done." I said, "Unfortunately, this is 4 times we tried it. It's not going to happen. We're running out of daylight. We're running out of heat in the track. We're running out of everything, and everyone's tired. Let's just be done."
Daylight. Do you guys have lights and
No,
stuff
we do
out
have
there?
lights. That was probably wrong way to say it. But
No, I get it.
when I meant daylight for that, it's because they need the heat.
Oh, no, I get it.
To drive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally understood.
Yes.
Because at night the moisture comes back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's one of those times when you're seeing all these people out there that literally should be driving their freaking $high race car, and they're on one of your piece of junk tractors dragging the racetrack. You know what I mean? Because they want to get it done. They know it's a part of their church. They want to be part of it.
That's so cool. Though,
Yeah.
man. And something about it, and I think most race fans, most race tracks, most race are the same people.
Very much
Yeah,
so, man.
and so I can
They're the
relate to
same
what you
people.
Very
said.
much
Different
so.
kind of racing.
Yeah.
But it's the same attitude. Everybody is, what I would, Supernats, I tell this story quite a bit because I do like GoPro stuff at Supernats. There's 1,200 cars there, for 7 days. And you got to run all these cars through. And I was doing GoPros in cars, and I had one of them that was dead. And I'm in staging, so there's cars. There's probably 150 cars go by there every half hour, and then there's people everywhere. I had a GoPro, $600 with a nice mount and everything, not a $600, probably $300 GoPro. Threw it on the table, and when I get back to kind of download them and stuff, and I'm like, shit, I'm missing a GoPro, and it was like 5 or 6 hours later, I went back to that table, and it was still nobody even touched it.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's incredible. You couldn't leave that anywhere probably but a racetrack, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because they respect that's very cool to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're absolutely right. And what other sport? And maybe I'm not knowledgeable enough for that, and I apologize. But what other sport? And that's what's cool about this sport is I can be racing you guys in the final, and I need, I don't know, just a fan belt or whatever.
Right.
And you're gonna find me that fan belt to race me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll go my trailer and find it on
Yes.
the wall. Give it to
absolutely.
you.
Yes.
A lot of people, if they're already out of it, they'll take it off their car.
100%.
And that's just something that people don't understand about that. And that's one of the things that I love about it. It's like everybody's on the same team here.
Yeah.
And here's an actual
and that's
story
incredible.
I seen when I first started photographing at the Davenport track.
Okay.
Is they were out heat racing, and they broke a shock, and they didn't have any more.
Okay.
And the trailer next to him had a shock, and he ran in there, got it, and helped him get it put on.
Yeah.
So he could get back out there and race right beside him.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Well, we're running over, man, but I love this conversation. I just do. This is fantastic. There's only a couple questions left, and since we only got a couple left, I don't want to skip any.
Okay.
And you might have already touched on this, but what's the moment during an event when you say, "Yep, this is why we do it"? And I think you probably hit it a couple times. It's
there's
people have fun.
each event's definitely individual. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of times, that things just pop up, or you get to say goodbye to people when they're going out the gate or whatever, and you say, how'd it go? Like prime example is this past weekend. It was Sunday afternoon. Teams are starting to lose. They're starting to button their stuff up and get ready to go home. And so I'd cruise around the golf cart and talk to him for a few minutes. Say, listen, tell me what would you change? What do you want to see different?
Yeah.
Tell me what did we do wrong? And that's a loaded question with anything. It's like asking your kids, am I a good parent? Well, it's a loaded question.
most people ain't asking that question.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right? Because they don't want the answer.
Yeah.
I do.
So tell me what you want to see different.
Absolutely.
And only one gave me some honest feedback, and the rest were honest feedback. Was hey, you guys did great, and it's that kind of stuff. No, okay, we're doing okay. We're doing okay here, and I'm very stoked. 'Cause again, we're crazy blessed with the fact of the people that we have there. The place is a monster, and it takes a phenomenal team of the cast to make it happen. You know what I mean? And we're crazy blessed to have people that we do, because they give their heart and soul. And every racetrack out there, like you said, they all have it.
Yeah.
And because it's a hard sport. You're out in the sun for many, many, many hours, and most 9 times out of 10, you're getting talked to not the best way, because again, it's a passionate sport, and that passion can go bad fast.
Absolutely.
You follow me?
Absolutely.
But and when you put all your time and effort in this sport, that is such a passion, you have to be honest which way to take it, and so you have to give people a chance to bring things back. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to use some of your stuff, man. Like it's a cast, and I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, it's a different perspective.
Sure.
But it explains it.
Sure.
Well, very well.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting down to the last ones. Where's the best place for fans to follow Cordova and keep up with what's next?
Probably our Facebook. Our
Facebook
Facebook
page?
is our website's pretty damn badass.
Okay.
But our Facebook is updated a little bit faster 'cause it's
Yeah.
easier, obviously.
Yeah.
And then obviously, during race days, a live stream.
Live stream.
The live stream. You can
Where
watch it
do
all.
you find the live stream? Is it off your Facebook?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
At Cordova Dragway.
At Cordova Dragway
Yep.
on YouTube.
Yep.
So at Cordova Dragway.
Yep.
Free live stream. You
Free.
have to subscribe to the channel.
You do.
Okay. It doesn't cost anything.
Correct.
So subscribe to that. I'm going to do that tonight.
Yep. And
because-
then I think it notifies you as soon as live stream comes on.
Oh, wow.
It'll tell you,
Yeah.
hey, they're streaming.
Yeah. And your Facebook is just Cordova Dragway?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's your website link? I just want to make sure when people listen to this that we make
it's
sure we
just
give them all.
CordovaDragway.com.
CordovaDragway.com.
Yeah, we're all about
Okay.
keeping it simple.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. If someone's never been to Cordova, what's the one thing you'd want them to walk away saying after their first time?
That they had a great time.
Yeah.
That they would literally,
Smile on their face.
that they would
Tell your friends.
bring somebody else next time because it was so cool. And like people that have never been there, I really would love to talk to them as they're going out the gate. Hey, how did it go? You know, because it's the experience. It's all about the experience of, did you have fun? I mean, and sometimes fun's not about how much money you spent. Sometimes fun about not where it's at. It's the whole package.
It's the whole thing.
It's the whole package.
Had a good day.
Did you have a good day? And when we're running events and people are still there 6 hours later or 5 hours later or even 8 hours later in the bleachers watching these events, you know you're doing something right.
Yep.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
they're not throwing beer cans on the track.
Yes,
and shit, right?
yes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing, is knowing that they would come back. You know what I mean?
That's amazing, man. I'm blown away, man. I am so glad you came in here, seriously, because it's great to hear. It's just great to hear good stories, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Thanks.
I'm glad you're that everything is moving the correct way. I'm glad that things are growing for you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
What else you got, Brad? You got anything else?
Well, I just
think
wanted to
he's
say
got something.
that thank you very much. You have treated me very well. I'm a giver, not a taker, but you have treated me very well. And I
Good.
got something here for you. This is a steel print, and that's a
Oh,
picture.
the Hellfire truck.
And that's a picture I took on the World
Thank
Series.
you. This is a cool
And
truck.
that's an
If
actual
you guys,
steel print.
yeah, this is cool. If you ever, no one's experienced, it's literally a jet engine in a semi that goes 200 miles an hour in a freaking Freightliner.
Yes, I think
It's
it
the
was like
craziest
126.
thing. It's
when
like,
it did that
like what are
first
you
time.
talking about? The first year he was there, he blew our fence over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Phone's going crazy. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're probably welcome.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, again, I appreciate you coming
Oh,
in.
I'm
And we
super stoked that
kept
you
you
came.
we kept you a little long.
That's okay.
Great stories. I'm coming. As soon as I
Good.
get a weekend off, I'm coming out.
Good.
And I mean, I want to experience that too,
Yeah.
because it sounds like you really got, and it is all about passion and your cast. I
Yeah.
love that.
That's the key.
I love it.
That's the key to anything, right?
Yeah.
Is the cast.
Yeah,
You know, it's the same as any good movie. It's all the cast.
100%.
You know.
It's just a different way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else. Brad, you got anything else?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm good. I'm good too.
You
Then.
know, it's
Okay.
it's like I learned more than I thought I knew it'd be great
Yeah.
having you here, but this whole podcast was more than great. In
Awesome.
My opinion.
Yeah. So everybody in parting, Cordova Dragway Facebook, and Cordova Dragway on YouTube.
Yep.
Everybody go there. I mean, putting a thumbs up, putting a like on it, subscribing to YouTube, that doesn't cost anything, and it's tremendously helpful to businesses trying to grow. It means a lot. Done Right TV, all of our friends and stuff like that to do that. That's the easiest thing to do. It doesn't cost anything, and we really appreciate everybody tuning in. And we appreciate all of the support always. And with that,
Man, my mom's even in this picture.
that's awesome.
Wow. Sorry, let me cut you off.
You're good, man. You're good. So yeah, we're wrapped up, man. Thanks for everybody for joining, and we'll let you know what's going on for next week.
Yes,
and
definitely.
I can't Fall Bash this
Thank you, guys.
weekend.
Yeah.
Fall Bash, Tipton, be there. Have a good night, guys.
Yep. See ya. Thanks.
All right, that's it. Wow, good stuff.